Excuse me. All right, we're live, but I didn't go live on YouTube yet, so we're gonna do that right now, and then we'll officially start. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. If you're watching us over on the YouTubes, come on over to Playback. Who do we got here this morning? I see comment. It's happy birthday to Mo Wagner and DeLon Wright, two playoff ballers right now, huh? Who else we got? Boston Bases in the chat. I see Matic Auto, Smoke Some. Happy Friday. Maddie Harrison's here. Regulators up and at him early. Speaking of early, Pacers and Bucks play today at 5:30 p.m. What got? They're like, well, we want to make sure all the games get on ESPN. That's 4:30 Central Time where the game's being played. Come on, what are we doing? I guess they just didn't want NBA TV games tonight, I guess. I don't know. But that means So Rare, Live Before Lock, is going to be at 4 p.m. today. We're going to do it here on Playback. I'll simulcast it to YouTube as well, but you need to be here in order to qualify for the giveaway. But what we're going to do is after that, we're going to just roll that into Pacers Bucks. So we'll do Live Before Lock at 4 o'clock, and then we'll do Pacers Bucks after that. One other business item, too. We had Kevin Forge on the WNBA show, which is on the Team Hold Live channel, and that is up right now. That went up yesterday. Mr. Forchi Main, we talked about some free agent fits, some rookie impacts, and then same thing. If you're a casual, he helped us. I gave him some prompts. He helped us pick a team. It was a lot of fun. So go check that out. Put it on loop. Get the views. You know what I'm saying? Get those views. Let me see if there's anybody over on YouTube here before. Yeah, no, not really. But if you're on YouTube, come over here. Let's what game do we want to start with? Last night, let's just do Sixers. Let's do Sixers and Bucks. So we watched this game last night on Playback. The 89 Cavs came through. We had a Sneeps and Boston base sighting later on in the day. And the narrative around that game is kind of wild. This was like a good, competitive, feisty game. And when we were watching it live, and we'll pull up the clip, when we were watching it live, I was like, they're not going to call this a flagrant 2. Like, they won't do it. They won't put it in the chat. I mean, they won't put it in the chat. I just saw Boston Base do that. They won't call it on the floor. They're in Philly, maybe in New York. Wait, Jamal says, talking about the Sixers like you didn't lose to Heat without Butler and Rozier. Hey, Jamal, the beautiful thing about the NBA bit, Jamal, is we do this every fucking day. So I was here yesterday, just you weren't. So we already spent a full 50 to 65 minutes talking about how the Celtics lost to that ass team of the Miami Heat. But what we do today is talk about the basketball that happened last night. So for more Celtics Heat coverage, Jamal, recommend tuning in on Monday. Shout out Jamal for being here, though. But let's get back. So when the play happened, it looked pretty dirty. It did, and it was like, I don't think his intent was to hurt Mitchell Robinson again. Why don't I just go pull it up here? I don't think his intent was to hurt Mitchell Robinson. Jamal, it came from a place of love, Jamal. You're officially a part of the Team Hold community. When you come at me, you can ask anybody else in the chat. But yeah, though, I don't think the intent was dirty, right? I think it was a frustration foul where it was like two consecutive times down. There was some action happening, and he didn't get any calls. And I think this was like he was sort of protecting himself, sort of not. And it was definitely dirty, though. Like that qualifies as dirty. The other crazy thing from this, now, I don't know if you guys saw the Woj tweet, and the timing was a little suspect. I don't like the timing of this. But Woj came out and said that Embiid, since the Miami Heat play-in game, has been suffering from Bell's palsy. Which, I honestly had to read that tweet a couple of times because I thought that was coming from a fake Woj account. And it also came out and said in that tweet that they were doing their best to keep that under wraps and to not share it. Now, clearly, Woj had permission from Embiid's camp to share this information. Why would they do that now? Why would they do that? Brian Windhorst. It was weird. The timing of it was weird. That's also just crazy. Bell's palsy is crazy. It's I'm so stunned by it. Jamal in the chat says, as a Sixers fan, I can tell you Embiid lost his head in the moment. Very lucky he stayed on the court. Yeah, I mean, definitely, it definitely seemed like he was going to get bounced. Let's go over to some of the highlights. That happened in what, the third quarter? We'll go over to the house of highlights here and just kind of rip through this recap here.
Sense of urgency, right? They're down 2-0. You got to expect that. And I like the fact that they're going down deep to start.
Two,
Embiid
I got to turn this down on my end.
was not the case in the
Embiid
first two
too
games. Sixers have been out
looked a
rebounded and
lot
out
better than he
hustled,
had
no
in the
doubt,
past.
through the first couple of
Sorry, I got to turn this
matchup.
down a little. I don't know how badly we need to hear all the commentary there, but he looked way more springy, I would say, than in the last few games. Like he was pretty dominant early and was just like attacking a little bit more. Um, Also, we get the crazy Kelly Oubre stuff too. I'm sure you guys saw like he was in a car accident for running a red light in his Lambo. Just crazy stuff. But this game was like pretty back and forth throughout. And if we're like just to hit some stats while we're seeing some of these clips. So Embiid finishes the game, which again, it kind of gets lost on this. Like his stat line gets lost because of the play that happens down low with Mitchell Robinson. He dropped 50 points. He had 50 and 8 with a few dimes as well. This was a weird one too. Dante DiVincenzo just kind of dribbles it off. Yeah, Jamal, that's a pretty that's a oh, Tesla, it's funny. That's a pretty good take right there, Jamal. I'm with you on that. But this obviously, like, I mean, not to overstate it, but like a pretty big win for Philly, which now makes this a series, and they got to just hold home court one more time. I think some good news for both the Sixers and the Knicks is that, like, if you're a Knicks fan, you're like, well, you know what? Jalen Brunson woke up a little bit because Brunson had a pretty tough start to the series. But if you're Philly, you're like, Brunson woke up and it didn't matter. It didn't matter. I want to see this. I wonder if they put the replay of the Mitchell Robinson here. Deuce McBride knocking down a triple. Yeah, common man, you're right. I fired off a take last night. That's somewhere in the chat, but I said it was good that Oubre brought a car to a car fight this time instead of a bike. Ooh, that Maxi that went down. I think it happened in the third quarter, right? Hartenstein too, man. Hartenstein was money for them early on too. I think what was his stat line here? For the Knicks, right? OG had 17. That feels OG getting 17 feels like 45 for him, if we're being honest. Brunson with 39 and 13 dimes. Hartenstein had 14. Hart dropped 20. Pretty impressive performance all around. Oh no, forget it. All right, we need to see this clip. Regulator said the Knicks started running pick and rolls targeting Maxey. I'm surprised it took him 3 games to do this. There we go. OG the step through over Embiid too. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy too. Like they just showed, right, with 4 minutes left, Embiid only had 13 points in the second quarter. And to finish with 50 is just wild. Batum, baby. Wow, Dante DiVincenzo with the slam too. That was pretty impressive. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Tesla. Jamal, I didn't know Dante could get up like that. I'll be honest. Tesla, he's going to get a pretty big bag, I would think. I mean, obviously he's not max, but he's going to get. You think he's going to get more or less than Siakam? All right, I need to see this Mitchell Robinson play here. Maybe it was late in the third. All right, Mitch Rob not in the court yet. Wow, Mitchell Robinson's still not on the court. I wonder if they're not going to show it. Actually, this is House of Highlights. They don't care. They'll show this shit. Still. All right, this is all still Hartenstein here. If we see Precious Achiuwa in the game, yeah, I think we missed it. It was early in the game. All right, hold on. We're going to go. Let's go back to the House of Highlights here. Give me some shorts. They've got to have something dirty in here. They got to get those clicks, right? They didn't even do it. What's going on? Why do they not have this clip? Do I have to go to Twitter? Do I have to go to Twitter to get the Joel Embiid stuff? All right, fine. I will. I'm a sleuth. I'll get after it. All right, let's go find that real quick here. Let's search Joel Embiid. I'm sure there's going to be like 40 things in there. Also, it's crazy that Joel Embiid palsy is like the #1 search. All right, here we go. Actually, you know what? We can hear Embiid talk about it too, which is useful. I think useful. All right, here we go. Was it worse than the Draymond stop? No, the stop. No, it wasn't. Not in my opinion. I don't know. All right, let's go over here. Bang.
I mean, it was unfortunate. I just think the game being physical. You look at the first replay, where I get bumped and use a swim move to not get hit, and then I get an offensive foul.
Real quick, I thought that was bullshit. I thought that was bullshit in real time. I couldn't believe they called an offensive foul on that. Like, I just can't believe they called anything. Just let that go. What are we doing? What are we doing?
And that gets checked without. I never seen it. Where you call an offensive foul after checking it on the monitor if you didn't call it on the on the actual play. That was the first for me, and the other plays. Obviously Mitchell Robinson land jumping, and trying to land, trying to make sure it doesn't land on me because obviously we know the history that I have with Kaminga landing on my knee. So I kind of had some flashbacks, when he came down to it.
Yo, real quick though, shout out Dante DiVincenzo. You were about to get whacked if that, like, I mean, come on, Dante. I respect the hustle, but come on.
It's unfortunate. I mean, I didn't mean to hurt anybody. I just, in those situations, I gotta protect myself because I've been in way too many situations where I'm always a recipient of
It's
bad, the bad.
I can kind of see what he's saying, right? Like, it doesn't seem like he's yanking it to hurt him. It seems like he sees the foot is coming down and pulls it to the side so it won't land on him. That is, I'm not saying it's not a dirty play. I think that is what the intent was when he was doing it. I don't think he was like, hey, Mitchell Robinson is questionable heading into, like, I don't think he was deep in his Scalabrini bag, right? All right, let's go back to it.
Bad end of it. So
Let's see. Well, actually, let's scroll that back here a little bit. Here we go. Zapruder film. Like, right.
always a recipient of bad.
I don't know. Actually, I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back after I say
End
that.
of it. So yeah, it was unfortunate, but physical game. They want to bring the physicality. We can be physical too, and we are. So I mean, it goes both ways. I get bummed all over the place, and I just keep playing, and I'm not gonna take it. I gotta keep my mind and
All right. So this is gonna be the take here. This is gonna be the take. Get ready. I think he's gonna. This is it. This is his villain arc. This is what he needs to do. They're down 0-2. They feel like they blew the first 2 games. He is so frustrated that his body won't stay healthy enough for a playoff run. They finally got rid of both all of Ben Simmons, James Harden, and Doc Rivers in a couple-year run. They finally like each other. And he's like, I can't stay healthy. Kelly Oubre can't stay out of car accidents. I can't get a call on either end. Fine. Here we go. I'm Venom now. I'm Bane, whoever. Like, he's just going to go full villain and then justifies that. He's like, listen, I got to protect myself. And by protecting myself, I twist ankles of Mitchell Robinson. And they get the win too. So now he gets to puff his chest out a little bit as the Sixers are down 2-1. By the end of the weekend, this could be an even series heading back to New York. And then everybody that was screaming bing bong on 7th Avenue after going up 2-0 are now like, holy shit, it's a 3-game series. And the Sixers really could have won one, if not both of the games in the Garden already. Woo! Game 4 is going to be feisty. Because game 4 is I know we say pivotal game 5. Game 4 is the most important game. That will change the tenor of everything. And the juice is going to be squeezed, as they say. There we go. Thank you. Some Venom Last Dance releases 6 months from today. You know what? No, it doesn't. It released last night on Mitchell Robinson. Joel Embiid drops 50 points and Mitch Rob. I still think I kind of thought the Sixers were going to win game 3 anyways. Like, I was like, there's no way they're too good to just get smoked this whole time, right? Game 4, I do think is going to be a little bit of a tougher task, right? Because now that the Knicks have adjusted to being on the road. I don't know. Is anybody? Yeah, we did get a bandy sighting here. I also saw a cat just like take off after something. Is anybody taking Philly in game 4, or is this more of a fluke? Do you think this Mitchell Robinson thing is going to energize everybody to fire up? It's going to fire up the Knicks a little bit more. Jamal said the refs weren't rewarding those Knick flops anymore last night. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, they kind of let that game get physical. I will say too, if there's no Mitchell Robinson, like that is a blow. That is an absolute blow to New York, because listen, we love Achua, right? We love Precious Achua, but this is not the matchup for Precious Achua unless he's going to go 6 for 8 from 3 and pull Embiid out from the rim. Not that Embiid was a big rebounder or anything, but they need, like, it can't be Achua. Because now if Hartenstein gets in foul trouble, you were already playing Precious Achua now like 18 to 20. Now it's like, oh, Jericho Sims. Good God, is that Jericho Sims music? Or are you just going to go small, let Boyan, get Boyan out there, play Josh Hart at the 5? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. Jamal says, I have a feeling we win game 4, but lose again in Philly. This might go 7 games. I do. I think this is going. I mean, I think I said Knicks in 7 from the very beginning. I think that's kind of where I landed on this series. I think both of these teams, I was like, whoever wins round 1 is going to win round 2 of this series. And then I, was like, but then they'll play the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals and get smoked. And then, the Celtics did Celtic stuff. Shout out Stan Loves in the Miami #Heat culture. All right. Anything else on Sixers, Knicks? Again, if you're the Knicks, you're like, whatever, dude. They're a good team. We lost on the road. We're still up 2-1. Jalen Brunson woke the fuck up, right? Big double-double from him. Maybe we're good to go. And if you're the Sixers, you're like, hey, we got big momentum back. D'Anthony Melton, D'Anthony Melton, they were like, oh yeah, baby, he's playing basketball tonight, and then he didn't. He got a DNP. He did not play. I think him coming back would really make a huge difference. Right, because they got 75 points combined between Maxey and Embiid last night. They also shot 48% from 3. That's going to help as well. That's going to help as well for them. So. All right, I think that's it for Knicks Sixers. Do you want to say au revoir, mon ami, to the Los Angeles Lakers and to LeBron James's tenure in LA? Look, man, Denver's so freaking good. Denver is so freaking good. It doesn't matter. And we said this after game 1. It doesn't matter what the Lakers throw at them. It's like, well, it's Denver. They're gonna come back. They're gonna come back. Jamal, I know that said I need a Celtics Sixers conference finals, but I looked at it closely and it looked like that was OF. And I thought you said I need a Celtics Sixers only fans. And I was like, I don't even know what the content of that would include. Maybe it's just like Caleb Martin naked knocking down threes. I'm not really sure what that looks like, but there's probably a business model there. There is probably something. Boston based, take my money, right? All right. So the Lakers last night, man, that was. They come out and they're like, listen, we got this, baby. We got this. They win the first quarter 33-23. They hold the Nuggets only 23 points. And then D'Angelo Russell was like, hold my beer. I'm not going to hit a shot all night long. D'Lo was terrible, man. D'Lo was and I feel bad for D'Lo because, like, I think the problem is the Lakers have, like, we all have the correct expectations from D'Angelo Russell. We don't expect you to win us a playoff game. We don't. That's not what we expect. You're an innings eater in the regular season. If you get hot, it's a lot of fun. You're going to make a couple of dumb mistakes, and then you're going to say some crazy shit on a podcast. That is the expectations we have as normal people of the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, of D'Lo. The Lakers, though, are like, what if D'Lo is prime Isaiah Thomas in 1988? That's what they think of him. They're like, oh, dude, he'll fix everything. D'Lo last night played 24 minutes, 0 for 7 from the field, 0 for 6 from 3. Weirdly was -6. But, like, before we, like, oh, hey, where does LeBron go? Before we give the Lakers props, the Nuggets props, these are the guys that played NBA basketball last night for the Los Angeles Lakers. Rui, I could barely get minutes for the Washington Wizards. Hachimura. D'Angelo Russell, we already outlined. Hillbilly Kobe and Austin Reeves, who finishes the game with 22 points, but I think he scored 8 of those 22 in garbage time when the game was pretty much over. Taurean Prince, who, if you told me he was 48, I would believe you. Spencer Dinwiddie. And you know what? Shout out Kyle Kuzma. I think I'll share this tweet in the chat. Kyle Kuzma was like, hey, listen, I know my team was ass this year, but hold on real quick. me and my big sweater have something to say. And then here we go. 6 hours ago, which means I don't know what time that was. He tweets out, back then, they didn't want me. Shout out Kyle Kuzma, deep in his bag. But they play Spencer Dinwiddie, and then Gabe Vincent plays 20 minutes. And, like, these are the rest of the guys on the roster. Harry Giles, Skylar Mays, Jared Vanderbilt didn't play. Christian Wood didn't play. Max Christie, Jackson Hayes. Like, this... and I know a lot of the hate is going to go toward, like, Darvin Ham is a bad coach. And you know what? That might be true. But what was the move? What was the move with that roster? Oh, maybe we got to get Skylar Mays. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was he supposed to do? And I know the Stan says the media said Lakers had the best offseason, by the way. Yeah, and that was nuts. That was like a nutso take. Because, again, you were and maybe they were like, oh, dude, Austin Reeves, you see what he did in FIBA? And, like, Christian Wood went to the Dallas Mavericks, who was supposed to be a playoff team, right? And couldn't get meaningful minutes for them. The writing was already on the wall. We already knew. And this goes back probably to the Russell Westbrook trade, which we don't have to get into. But, like, I know we're going to throw some shade at Darvin Ham. Like, Anthony Davis, man, just played the series of his life. And I know technically it's not over. But last night, the third consecutive offensive game where he was great. 33 points and 15 boards. LeBron finished with 26 and 9. But then let's give Denver some love here. Aaron Gordon was a monster. 29 and 15. 15 boards for AG. Michael Porter Jr. had 20 and 10. He was awesome last night. Jokic had 24, 15, and 9. And then Jamal Murray dropped 22 and 9. Jamal Murray still not shooting right. And they're up 3-0 now. And this is over. I mean, you saw, like, there was a clip of, I don't have the tweet saved. There was a clip of D'Lo in the fourth quarter, I think eating like gummies or something. Or sunflower seed. I don't know. He was so far away from the team drawing up a play in a timeout. Like, he might as well have just had courtside seats. So this is it, right? And you know what? I think probably Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp and guys like that made us think that this was going to be a series because it's like one last run for LeBron James. But you know what? The Denver Nuggets have been the best team in the league all year. They have the best player in the world. They've got a core young nucleus who are defending champs. And they are the 2 seed playing a team that needed to go through the play-in game just to make it into the playoffs. So, like, I don't know if this was surprising. Anyways, let's see if we got any House of Highlights clips that we can look at. Let's see, listen to LeBron after last night's game. We can look at some shorts, huh? Let's look at some shorts.
Because I don't feel a way about anybody that don't want to strive to be as close to perfect as possible. And it's just basketball.
It's just basketball.
At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
You know what I love about this? This is an evolved Giannis take. Remember when Giannis, it was like, failure is actually good. You can't succeed until you fail, you know? You can't have sex until you're a virgin, right? Just taking a negative, making it a positive, right? This is the evolved take. Oh, mic drop, baby. All right, let's go back. Let's see. Anything else cooking over here? Let's see. I don't want to watch full. AD's up there too. Let's just listen to Jokic for a second. Oh, wait, let's how long is this video? That's 8 minutes. That's too long. I wanted a shorter version of it, but look at this guy. Look at that blazer, dude. Also, there was I don't know if these reports are true. Did you guys see so like the Jokic bro pop, right? Leveled that guy. Supposedly said guy like spit on his wife, Jokic's wife and kid or something. Which that seems crazy. Like, are people still spitting on people right now? Unless, you know, I know there's a certain corner of the internet where they're like, yes, please. But in a way that's aggressive. Is that still a go-to move? Yeah, right, Matica? Post-pandemic spit hits different. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Jokic, the best Laker owner since Jerry Buss. That's great. That's great. Good stuff there by Jamal. Great work by Jamal.
Nicola, Aaron was just talking about sort of coming to appreciate the cerebral side of the game from playing with you over time. I'm curious, since he's been in Denver, like, in what ways you've kind of seen him evolve just as a thinker of the game?
I mean, everywhere, you know, I think first, I think first of all he changed his game, of course, in different way, and now he's like trying to find a different, and he accept the role. I think that
All right, guys, we can't do this. Yo, shut up, Jokic. Listen, I know we can't listen to that. That's not. Uh, he doesn't want to be answering those questions. Neither do I. Jamal says, "Where do the Lakers go from here?" Dude, LeBron's gone, right? This is the end of LeBron. I don't mean retiring, but like he's going somewhere else. But they have no assets. I mean, you think about the guys they drafted last year. All I know, Hood Shafino was one of them. I don't know anybody else, but they had 3 draft picks. I have not seen them. I'm sure they're playing for their G League team, but I don't know. Maybe Jay Moore will coach. Good Lord, but I don't know where they go. I don't know what. I'm more interested in what LeBron decides to do, and I'm not even a LeBron like lover or anything like that. I just think we'll know by his offseason if this guy is like, hey, I want to try to just still play competitive basketball, or if he's like, I love my life. I'm in Los Angeles. I can play for the Lakers. You know, it'll still be, you know, a star-studded event every time I go out. I'm going to just, for the next 2 years, just drop 25, 8, and 8 every single game. I'm just going to chuck threes, right? Maybe that's what he wants to do. Or he's like, you know, send me to OKC or Dallas. Dallas, go draft Bronny, and I'm there for mid-level, right? So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But this Lakers team has no future. And they don't, because what move could they even you think about the free agents or the guys on the trade block, like say they go get Zach LaVine. I mean, come on, like how much better is the better than the Bulls, but like how much better does Zach LaVine make that team? You know, Trae Young, how much better does Trae Young make that team? Regularly said fire Ham, hire JJ. Yeah, they already said Ham's coming back, but I don't know. That might be some expired Ham. But yeah, they're toast. They're toast. And Denver will be. We might have like the round 2 matchup set of Denver and Minnesota set like by Sunday, right? Because the Wolves are up 2-0. They play tonight and Sunday, I think. So we might come back here Monday morning, and it might be a wrap on that series, and we'll have Minnesota getting ready to take on Denver. I think Phoenix has a little bit more fight in them, but the Lakers aren't winning Game 4. The Lakers aren't winning Game 4. That one's a wrap. All right, 1 game left. You guys want to talk about Orlando Magic, baby? The Orlando Magic scoring points in 2024. They just said, hey, what if we saved all of our points and put it into Game 3? They were great last night. They dropped 121, which was basically Game 1 and 2 combined. Hey, I see Dick Chuck and Rich Buddy over on YouTube. Come on over to Playback, baby. Playback's where it's happening. That's where the live chat's at. I'll drop a link in it right now. It's also pinned in the chat. Come on over to Playback, baby. The Paolo Banchero was awesome in this game. So they win 121-83. They outscored the Cavs by 10 in the first, 6 in the second, and then 19 motherfucking points in the third. And then 3 in the fourth. They outscored him in every single quarter. They held Donovan Spida Mitchell to just 13 points. Jared Allen had 15 and 8. Only 4 players, got to double figures. So Mobley got 10. There you go. Top Shot Tesla. Mobley with only 10 points. Jared Allen with 15. Like I said, Spida with 13. And then Karis LeVert with 15 off the bench. Real quick, Tristan Thompson played 10 minutes last night. That kind of tells you the tenor of the game, you know? The Magic, on the other hand, Paolo Banchero in 29 minutes dropped 31 points, 14 boards, and 5 dimes, shooting 13 for 26 from the field, knocking down 4 triples. 3 of them came in the first half. They were like pretty big in the second quarter as they started to pull away. Jalen Suggs, who we thought his knee was detached from his body, we'd never see him play basketball again. He knocked down 3 triples. He goes for 24 points. And then it was like pretty even after that. Like Franz gave him 16. Isaac gave him 18. Cole Anthony finally scored some buckets. He had 10 off the bench. Fultz had 11 off the bench. So now Orlando gets a game at home. Now, what do you guys think? Do you think this was like, hey, listen, at some point they were bound to hit a bunch of threes, right? Because how many did they hit last night? They went 13 for 37. That's actually not that good. That's not that good at all. That's how bad they've been. That 35% feels like 80%. They looked like Miami Heat last night. Do you think this is like, hey, they finally got home. Maybe they shook the young rust off this team. They had never played in the playoffs before. Now they've got some games under their belt. They've seen the ball go through the hoop. Can they go ahead and win game 4? Is anybody in the chat taking Matt? Like, I know we all said the Sixers are going to win game 4. It'll go back to New York 2-2. Do you think Orlando can do the same thing? Let me know in the chat. And we'll be right back. No, I'm just kidding. We're not taking a break, but it felt like a good time to say that. All right. Jamal says, I think Spider will have a huge game 4. Guys, Donovan Mitchell, honestly, has been a little underwhelming. So he had 30 points in game 1. But, like, I mean, you know what? Game 1, he was good. Game 2, he had 22 or 23 points, I think. And then last night, it was a blowout. But he was just kind of, like, fine. Sneep says they're tied up. Paul says the Cavs are the better team. Boston base can't get over the fact that I said young Rust. And then Stubbs said if the Magic win game, wow, Nostra Stubbs is also Stubbs last night or yesterday morning said the Magic are winning game 3. That's what he said. And he called it. So I don't know if I agree fully with that because they'll still have home court advantage. Also, seeing the snowflakes in the chat, I can tell that Stan still has his Blue Chew pill on for Donovan Mitchell. But yeah, I think Cleveland would still have home court advantage. Jamal said, who's a better matchup for your Celtics? Orlando's actually played Boston really well this year. I think I know they beat him in the in-season tournament round and stuff like that. Oh, I forgot to make fun of that. I tweeted this out last night before bed that the Los Angeles Lakers will be the first team in NBA history to win the in-season tournament and then get swept out of the playoffs. But yeah, Orlando. I mean, listen, I don't think I'm scared of either of those teams. I'm more scared of Miami than I am of the Orlando Magic and the Cavs. I mean, I think the problem that both of these teams run into, and we're not really seeing it right now because they both have the same problem, is I just don't think they can consistently score. And they can play lockdown defense. I think Donovan Mitchell is someone who can get his own bucket, and that's important. But the Magic don't really have somebody like like a Donovan or like a Tyler Hero even who can like get their own shot. So I'm not really concerned. I'm concerned about the Miami Heat. I'm concerned about the Knicks and the Sixers, honestly. I'm not really concerned about this, that second, which, famous last words. But I don't think either of those, especially with Cleveland, I think what's so bizarre about them is that their best player is not going to be on the team next year. And that's just the worst kept secret in the league. Like every podcast has done something about it. And we've already he won't even say he's going to be back. And so when your best player, how much does he care right now? I guess he's just trying to up his value. So I don't know. I don't really, and not that he's not trying. But I mean, when you have somebody it's like KD on the Warriors, he's already got a foot out the door. That messes with the vibe. I don't know. Stubbs, maybe you have a better grasp on it since you're watching Cleveland in and out every day, but that's just a take from 40 feet away or whatever, 40 miles away. I don't know. Whatever the correct saying is for that. But that was it. I like that we got 2 series back. So now we have Knicks and Sixers. We're back at it. That's going to be a tight series. Orlando and Cleveland, we're at least going 5 games. The Lakers and Nuggets will be the first series that's over. But tonight, so we get those 3 weird-ass games tonight, right? Because they are ESPN was like the worldwide leader of sports was like playoff basketball should start when it's daytime. So the Pacers and the Bucks are at 5:30 p.m. tonight, followed by game 3 of Clippers and Mavs at 8. And then the late night, Minnesota trying to step on the throats of Matt Ishbia, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker at 10:30 tonight. I think to just touch on these series quickly, Emmanuel, quickly, if you will. The Bucks are in trouble. So Giannis is already done for. It's doubtful. Giannis is going to be like, well, we'll see where he's at. And then the night before, they're going to say doubtful. And then by the time we get to the game, he's not going to play. The real concern here for Milwaukee is Chris Middleton is questionable for tonight. Did not go through shoot around yesterday. Sounds like he's not. I think it's trending towards not being able to play. So if that's the case, man, the Bucks are in trouble because, good God, is that Pat Beverly music? Pat Bev's already playing 34 minutes a game, and now they're going to be like, now we need you to shoot, brother. So they're in trouble if Middleton's a no-go. I also think, when's the last time the Pacers have had a home playoff game, right? And they were able to get game 2. So now they get to come home with a chance of taking over the series. This is a huge weekend for Indiana because I do think if they go back to Milwaukee 2-2, Pacers are in trouble. I think they have to win both of these games this weekend. and it starts this afternoon. So and with no Middleton, like they were already having a tough time trying to guard Siakam, and now no Middleton too. Not that he's like a lockdown defender, but it's just another body that's not out there. And you expect guys like Neesmith to knock down a few more shots. Miles Turner's been great this series, which I can't believe I'm saying that because I'm usually out on Miles Turner. So it does feel like the Pacers are winning tonight. And then game 4 is going to be kind of like the Knicks-Sixers game, like where it's going to be spicy. Clippers-Dallas is going to be a fun one. Dallas is in a little bit of issue here with Daniel Gafford, I think, is questionable tonight. Now, in game 2, Gafford played 9 minutes, didn't come back in. Lively was pretty good for him, but the real difference maker was Maxi Kleber, who knocks down 2 clutch shots in the fourth quarter, played really good defense, forced the Clippers to go a little bit smaller than they'd like after Zubac just beat him up in game 1. And on paper, it looks good, right? They're like, oh, we'll just play small. And Maxi Kleber has not done that all year long. So I don't know if you're relying on that or you're relying on a rookie. The good news is they're going back home. No Tim Hardaway Jr., which actually might be a positive thing for him tonight. So that might mean more Josh Green minutes, more Dante Sexton minutes. I still think Dallas takes game 3. I think Dallas is the better team. Kawhi still looks a little rusty, although I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if Kawhi can come back and do it again. And then the late night, I think Phoenix is toast. I think they're toast. I just don't think, I know we've talked about Phoenix as this offensive juggernaut, right? And I do think that is true. They have some of the best shot makers and creators in the league between KD, Booker, and then Beal to a lesser extent. The difference is they're not playing like the Nuggets, who obviously the Nuggets would be better, but the Nuggets are susceptible to a team getting super hot because they don't have the best defense in the league. And when the Timberwolves can be like, hey, McDaniels, just go swarm Devin Booker when they don't have a point guard either, because Devin Booker is not a point guard. When they don't have that, it's just lock city. So I actually think Minnesota, again, the fact that Minnesota won game 2 while having a bad offensive game from both Ant and Cat, I just think that was it. Writing's on the wall. So maybe Phoenix gets 1. This is going 5 games max, though. Sorry, a little coffee break. And then what do we have this weekend? What's this? Do they go back to 4 games? Yeah, Stubbs, I totally agree. There's no chemistry. And you know what, though? There's no chemistry for good reason, because they barely played together this year. They barely played together. And I'm glad a lot of people drank the juice when they won a few games here down the stretch. Not this guy. Not this guy. If the Suns lose the series, where do they go from here? I don't know, man. They can't trade Booker, right? Booker's on the books until 2028, right? Bradley Beal has a no trade clause, so you're not trading him. And so Kevin Durant would be the only move, but I think KD's got to be at the point in his life where he's we gotta stop doing that. So I don't know. I don't know what no draft picks. I mean, I guess you could be like, hey, listen, we got Grayson Allen. He was better this year. I don't know. They need somebody like Mike Conley, honestly. That's what they need. What if TJ McConnell went to Phoenix, Just some, and I'm not saying you start TJ McConnell, but at least he can just settle, just settle everybody down. So Saturday. All right, so we got Cavs Magic at 1 p.m., Thunder Pelicans at 3:30. 6 o'clock is Celtics Heat. That'll be game. I thought this. Oh, in my mind, Celtics Heat played tonight. This whole time in my head, I thought that. And then Nuggets Lakers game 4 is at 8:30. And then Sunday, we've got Knicks and Sixers early tip at 1 p.m. We'll definitely be we'll be doing some playback on Sunday too. Clippers, Mavs, Bucks, Pacers, Timberwolves, Suns. So that's gonna be fun. I'm ready for it. God, I'm ready for it. I love the playoffs, man. This is so fun. Just a reminder too, tonight what we're gonna do. If you're over in the So Rare streets, we'll do some pick'ems and stuff. Basically, if you're not into So Rare, we kind of do fantasy basketball talk. We're going to do that from 4 to 5 tonight, or 4 to 5:15. And then we're just going to roll that right into Pacers Bucks. So we'll stream the Pacers Bucks game tonight. I don't know if Sneeps is going to stream the later games too. I don't know what you're feeling like doing, Sneeps, but I think I'll probably call it at 5:30 so I can actually hang out with my wife, because I haven't seen her in what feels like years. Any updates on Giannis is definitely not playing. Giannis is definitely not playing tonight. Maybe he plays game 4. I don't think so. I think their best bet is he plays 5. Game 5. All right, Steves, we're just doing the first game, baby. As Siakam continues to cook would be my guess. So that'll be tonight. All right, let's do a pick 'em. And then we can slowly wrap up. Oh, wait, no, we have to talk about a couple other things. Hold it. So Steph Curry won Clutch Player of the Year. Now, I love Steph. I do. Steph's like one of my favorite players. This is the one award where like there's no subjectivity, right? There's like a specific stat that is like clutch. There's like a clutch stat. That's why De'Aaron Fox won it running away last year, because you could like filter clutch stat. DeMar DeRozan clearly was like the most clutch player. I thought there was a good tweet. Oh, the neighbor dog is going nuts. So there's a good tweet from Nate Duncan from the Dunked On universe. Where I don't know. Can you guys hear that dog? That dog is going nuts. Dog's name is Bowie, by the way. Hold on. Let me find it. Oh God, Nate Duncan, you were tweeting a lot last night. I didn't know we were doing live tweeting there, Nate Duncan. Oh my God, a lot of playback. Nate Duncan cooking. Okay, here it is. So here it is. I'll drop it in the chat too. Wait, why did it do it like that? What's going on with my computer? Here we go. It's into the chat now. Curry had great stats in the last 5 minutes of close games this year, but Golden State underperformed by clutch 3.4 wins per set part now. Though teammates were awful, but Curry had too many clutch mistakes to me to deserve the award. The Bulls won a crazy 8.8 clutch games, more than expected. So I don't know, man. Wait, Jamal, you say you clearly don't? Dog clearly doesn't agree. Oh, the dog. I thought you were calling me dog. Yes, you're right. So yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. I mean, in all honesty, I don't give a shit about this award. Like this one, it was a made up award last year. I don't know if it matters, but I was surprised. It seemed like such a foregone conclusion that DeMar was winning it that I was like, oh, okay. So we're just like giving Steph shit. Especially because that team is so bad. Let's do a pick'em though. Let's do a pick'em for tonight. Let's start building out here. Somebody was asking. Also, if you're over on YouTube, I see people watching on YouTube. Can you get over here to Playback, baby? Let's get this room up over 800, huh? Let's get it up over 800. Get on over to Playback, boys and girls, so you can see the share screens and stuff. All right, I'm gonna go over to IKB. We'll do a pick'em. Regulators asking about draft thoughts. I got to tell you, I know two things happened in the NFL draft last night. Two things. First, that the Patriots drafted Drake May at 3rd, and people seemed both excited and mad about that. The second thing I saw was that the Bills decided not to draft a fast wide receiver, and then the Chiefs got him, and everybody was worked up about that. I didn't see anything else. Because I'm in basketball mode, guys. I'm locked in. I'll catch up later. All right, let's do it. Top Shot comment. Who do we got for pick'ems? Who do we got for pick'ems today? Where are we looking? Maybe it's a California award. Good point. Let's start with riding Siakam. Okay, yeah. So it's at 27.5. Are you taking just the over on points, rebounds, and assists, or are you just doing points? Because I'm with you. I wanted to start with Siakam. Points only. Okay, there we go. Points. Now, Turner's been great, but I don't trust it. Halliburton, I feel like 10.5 assists. Actually, I feel like we're due for a Hallie big game, but I don't know. We can find a better spot. Also, like Neesmith. I feel like Neesmith's going to knock down a couple of shots. Oh, man. I wish we could hit this 2.5 assists for Nembhard. I actually kind of like the Nembhard 15.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I'm going to put that in there. Maybe we go back to it. You were saying Brolo threes. How many does he get? 1.5. Oh, I can't get it. The lines move too much. Can't get the Brolo threes. How many threes from Dame? 4.5. Good Lord, that's a lot. 31.5 points. I mean, Dame's going to have to do everything, right? Bobby Portis, 28.5 points, rebounds. That kind of looks okay. Pat Connaughton's going to have to be out there a little bit more. Oh, man, I was hoping you were going to give me a Pat Bev line. Let's keep looking at Dallas. I kind of like PJ tonight. What about PJ? Also, Kyrie over 4.5. Oh, yeah, this right here. Kyrie over points, rebounds, and assists. Give me the Kyrie, baby. Give me the Kai. Give me the Kai. Oh, look, we started doing pickups. We lost a lot of people. I respect it. You guys had to go. I get it. All right, we're going to do this. We're just going to do this right here. Bang. Bang. I'll share it just in case the people want it. Just in case the people want it. Oh, wait, that's not what I meant to do this. Shit. Whoopsies. Copy the slip. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, this is so embarrassing. So embarrassing. Here we go. It's too late. Whatever. You guys saw it. It's too late. It's too late to apologize, said One Republic. All right, gang, let's call it there. Good stuff today. We'll be back at 4 p.m. for Live Before Lock, and then Pacers Bucks right after that. I think I already created the stream, so you should see it in playback. But other than that, listen, I got some chores to do, okay? My parents are in town this weekend. I got to go clean up. I got to go clean up a little bit. Wait, I saw a bunch of people leave and come back. Did the playback freeze up a little bit? Yeah, free VIP passes. We got to try that. We got to try that tonight, Sneeps. I wonder if that froze. Then everybody left and then came back. All right, I'm gonna shut it down over on YouTube. If you were watching on YouTube, thanks for doing that. We'll delete that stream and then we'll upload this bad boy. All right, gang, have a nice little Friday. We'll see you this afternoon for maybe a little happy hour, huh? Appreciate everybody tuning in and watching this morning and all week long. If this is your first time, join the room, and we do this Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. What? Every day. Love to see it. All right, have a good day. We're out.